Networking Squared, we are back learning everything we can learn. Still got a couple of questions for Mark and Kevin. One of my things was, what about if you owe back taxes? Are we protected, not protected? What are we doing there?
Yes, we can take care of back taxes through a Chapter 7 and through Chapter 13. Sometimes income taxes can be totally discharged in a Chapter 7, but it's a very complicated process. You need to come in and talk to me and get more information before, but it can be taken care of in a Chapter 7.
Again, something I never, ever knew that.
I didn't know that either.
No, another thing we were talking about was when we talk about bankruptcies versus foreclosures versus short sales, that there's some tax liabilities that people have on short sales. And Mark, can you touch on that, please?
Yeah, our accountants out there will understand this. Under the law, a debt forgiven is taxable to the debtor. So if you have a short sale or a foreclosure or a deed in lieu, and the debtor gives up the money, that is taxable to, the creditor forgives the deficiency, that's taxable to the debtor. What would happen is the creditor would issue a 1099-C, which imparts income to you, and you have to pay a tax burden on that, whatever your tax rate happens to be. I think it was in 2008, George Bush, the president then, instituted the Mortgage Debt Forgiveness Act, which says that forgiven debt on primary mortgages is not taxable. You fill out some paperwork, you file it with your 1040, and you avoid paying any taxes.
That's huge. And then the last thing I wanted to ask before we move on is for our senior citizens, I know that there's been some personal things in my life that I've seen some people that have had some other things come up because of the amount of income they thought they were going to get when they retire is less than what they had budgeted for. And this is a real good client for you guys. People, budgets, the older seniors, their pension plans aren't what they thought they were going to be. In some cases, there are no pensions anymore. They have large medical bills. Their income has been greatly reduced, or they may have taken on some debt to help their kids out. Generally, we can help these people out. We've started to see more of them come to see us, and we can guide them through that process. All right, awesome. Well, thanks a lot. And again, thanks a lot of great information. Two really, really smart guys, and I really hope our listeners will take some of the advice that you've offered.
Yeah, Kevin, why don't you give us your phone number again real quick?
Okay, the phone number for me at Invictus Legal Group is 586-439-4297.
All right, and Mark?
That would be Mark Wilk Law, 586-404-0076.
All right, and if you contact either or they're going to help you, and they're going to steer you in the right direction. And that's really what networking works about, or how it works, is we're going to put you in the right position every time.
Yep, and the feedback that I've gotten on both of these guys has been phenomenal. They're both a part of Local Business Network, and it's something where their reputations definitely preceded them.
Now, it is a great time. Al, you know what? Networking Squared going on the road next week. Like every week, we'll be on the road. No wonder you wore your tires out. I wanted to let people know that Two Women in a Hoe, one of our favorite people we get to talk to, Jan out there, and we're going to be speaking at the Birmingham Business Builders on Tuesday at noon, and that's going to be at Cointreau in Birmingham. So you and I will be out there. We won't eat. We'll just be talking again.
Yeah, that's pretty much normal for us.
Well, we always talk about food on the show. I want to let everybody know that, Al, it's a sad thing. So we are just food people. We just always love talking about food, but Al's down 16 pounds on his diet for the new year. Congratulations, and keep at it, baby.
I like it. Another 36 to go, 34 to go. Yeah, 34 to go.
All right, so Al's working on that, but that's why we're going to go to these luncheons, and we choose to speak as opposed to eat. That's a good thing, and we love networking. We want to bring Networking Squared and some of the things that we teach for Facebook, for LinkedIn, and for organizing your business. That's what we do. That's what we talk about.
Yep. And another thing that we are looking for is we are looking for a sponsor for our show for February. And it's something where if you'd like to have your company recognized at least 5 times per show for the month of February, reach out to me at 586-883
5838. Again, it's 586-883-5838, and I can give you the details. Again, we would love to be able to spotlight your show your company. Wow, Jerry, what the heck, man?
I don't know.
Your company for a month.
You know what? As soon as we take you off ad lib, you do really good on ad lib. If we put you down on stuff that you got to read, you just seem to fall apart.
Yeah, I'm not good at that stuff.
So if you've got a chance to hear Al speak at some of the events, he does a great job, and it's he just pulls the stuff right out of his head, and no notes, no nothing. It's a great thing to watch.
It was fun. Last week I spoke at the Entrepreneurs Boot Camp, and I had an hour, and I made it up when I got there.
No notes, right off the top of his head, teaching everybody. It is a great, great thing. Again, we have this event at Club Venetian. And again, that date is?
It's February the 17th from 8 until noon.
All right.
Come out and join us.
Yeah, if you have any questions, Facebook us. We'll get you the information. We would like to see you come out and network with us. Where else are you going to be? Got anything else you're going on?
You know, that's all I'm going to share for this week. I have a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm going to start sharing it week by week. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but yeah, there's some big stuff coming up.
I asked Al what he's doing this week, and he's going next week, because today's Saturday. He's going, I don't even know. I don't even look next week till it is next week.
I filled my car up twice this week, so just
Did
let
you
you
really?
know. Oh, yeah.
And it sat there getting tires for one day.
No, actually, I was in and out in a half hour. Half hour. Liberty is awesome.
So, and Liberty is where?
Liberty Tire, they are in Waterford.
And we had them on the show. We learned a lot about them, didn't we?
I did. And it was something where, obviously, I'd already been a fan of the show, of their store. I can't get show and store straightened out today for some reason, but I went to their store, and it was a good experience.
Well, that's a good thing. So, Al, what kind of pet peeve have you got today?
All right, I have a very specific one, and I'm pretty fired up about it.
Actually, everybody sit down or what?
Yeah, they should. Here's the deal, is that when you go to the auto show next year, get in the car that you want to check out and get back out of it. I don't want to sit there staring at you for 10 minutes, waiting for you to look through the mirror, check every knob, check every seat. When I'm standing in line behind you, that really, really bugs me. Give everybody a chance. I'm in and out of that car in 10, 15 seconds. The guy, I swear he spent 10 minutes, and I was so mad at this guy.
What you're going to have to do then, Al, we're going to have to make enough money this year so that when you go to the auto show next year, it's the black tie event, and you can go sit in that thing all day long, because the rest of those people wearing bow ties and tuxedos don't care.
Yeah, and if it had been any car except that convertible Corvette, I would have just said forget it, but I needed to get in that Corvette.
Why did you pick a convertible Corvette that you absolutely had to sit in?
It was my goal, Jerry.
All right. Well, I know that you also there was a Cadillac that you kind of fell in love with, too, at the show.
Oh, yeah. The CTS Coupe was pretty bad. 556 horsepower.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny stuff. So Al spent a whole day down at the auto show, had a really good time, and we like to see things going well in the city of Detroit. We are here to... our vision is to help rebuild Southeast Michigan from the small business platform up. We really believe that having a dynamic, strong, small business is what we're going to make this area successful.
Well, Jerry, what about your pet peeve?
You know, my pet peeve, and just thinking about it yesterday, it's really not a pet peeve, but it's why is it we always seem to run out of windshield washer solvent when you're driving down one of these freeways and you know you're going to be in the car for another half hour and you flat out can't see.
Yeah, I ran out this morning.
Did you?
It looks like I have milk in my windshield. It looks great.
As soon as you get some of that stuff in there, why is it? It's like the lifeblood. You push those squirters, you're going, oh my goodness, I can see. Or you're trying to grab snow when you're at a light, and you're grabbing snow and throwing it on your windshield and then whipping the wipers back and forth so you can see for a total of 8 seconds.
Well, my son's car, it was kind of a hoopty, and he didn't actually have a squirter, so I put washer solvent in a Windex bottle, and I handed it to him, and I said, there you go.
He has to spray it.
He had to roll his window down and squirt it on the window.
Oh, man. Anyway, Networking Squared, we had a great time. I want to thank Mark and I want to thank Kevin for being in studio. Please give them a call. You have their numbers. And let's make some contacts and let's help some people out. Al, always a great time being here with you. Got anything you want to say?
Again, thanks for you guys, and again, our listeners, if you have somebody that needs help, these are the guys to help them.
All right, we've got Networking Squared. We'll see you next Saturday, and I'd like to have Al close out the show.
God bless America.
Networking Squared is brought to you by the Crawford Connection and Local Business Network. Get connected with Jerry and Al. Visit localbusinessnetwork.com.